everyone, I'm Becky,
I'm Sarah.
and we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we are talking about Love Song by Elle Kennedy, which we're gonna...
I got it off Edelweiss.
No, I was gonna say I got it off of NetGalley, but this might be spoilers.
This is going to be super spoilers. I feel like we can't have a full conversation about this book without spoilers.
Okay, so this is basically a new spin-off series by Elle Kennedy from the original were they Briar University books?
I never read any of them.
And I think that's part of the things too. And I'll be quite honest, I didn't know anything about them, but then I was watching something else on Amazon and like every set of commercials was for it, so I read it. And then I realized I had read one without like a spinoff. And so this is about Wyatt and Blake. And so Wyatt is the son of Garrett and Hannah from The Deal. And then Blake is Logan and Grace, I think. Grace's daughter from the second book that I can't remember the title. And basically not Grace. Basically Blake has always had a crush on Wyatt, and Wyatt's kind of always been like, I can't be with you. And then she has a very, very...
But he's like older than her. Like like when
He's
she
not significantly older than her.
but like at the age that she first told him that she liked him,
Yes.
he was like a grown adult and
She was like 15 and he was like 18.
he was like 21 or something.
No, because I want to say in the Graham Effect, unless they changed it, because his twin sister was in college at the same time as she was in college.
Okay.
So they can't be more than 3 or 4 years older.
Maybe at one point he was old enough to drink and she wasn't.
Right.
But like, she was still a teenager, like an actual teenager.
So, yes. So basically, and then like she has this very public breakup because she's dating a professional athlete. He has cheating and there's a sex tape. And they both basically run away for the summer because he's having a hard time with his music career to their family's Lake Tahoe house. And since they're thrown together, romance like ensues, and like they don't want to be together. He doesn't want to be with her, but they can't stay apart, and it goes from there.
There were too many characters in this book.
So I think this book is for people who read the other book series, because I had read like one or two of the first books and I kind of figured it out. And then I went back and I was like listening to the other audiobooks, and then I was like, oh, so that was this character, or that character was this people's children. But I don't think if you have that connection, I don't think it means anything.
I mean, like the dad chat was funny. Like
I like the dad chat.
Behind the dad chat, it was the second generation.
That's what I'm talking like, because like
much
because like yes, like I didn't understand who those characters were until I went back and read the first generation stuff.
And I'm not going to do that. It took me weeks to read this book. This book should not take weeks.
So so that was my problem with this book, and I don't even know if it's a big problem. So I was reading it, and I'm like, oh, okay, like I'm like reading it, and I wasn't like disliking it, but my Kindle like tells you how long you have left, and that number was never going down, and finally it was like literally a week, and the number started going down, and finally I'm like, how long is this book? And it's like 560 pages long.
The thing is, it can be a long book, but if I'm enjoying it. But I wasn't really enjoying it because I wasn't a big fan of Wyatt.
And that was my other, like, it took me quite a while to warm up to Wyatt.
And I really didn't. And actually, I'm going to get us into the spoilers. So I think this book felt like we were trying to hit certain signposts, and so everything was written to get to those points, and it wasn't great. Like, so we're trying to get to the plan B plot point, and we were trying to get to a lost child point, and it just felt like everything was hinged around that, and that we kind of lost the story, and it just took forever to get there. And like, I think if we weren't so focused on that, we could have had a better story.
Yeah, and like
and I get, like, those are important things to talk about. It's just the way that it was framed in this book, it didn't work.
And I mean, like, I liked the fact that she kind of showed both aspects of a lost pregnancy.
No, like I said, they're super important things to talk about. It just didn't work in this story because those didn't come through until over halfway into the book.
Well, and that's my thing. Like, I can't, like, what would I cut out? And I don't know if it, like, him
You
resisting
certainly could
her.
have condensed the whole first part of the summer.
Right.
The
It
whole will
was,
they, won't they kind of, you know.
well, yeah, yeah, and that went on way too long. And
It really did. And honestly, in talking about their backstory, about like will they, won't they backstory, really you could have done it in a chapter and called it a day.
well, and I kind of feel like if you're writing this for fans of the other series, they would know. That being said, like,
But maybe the others, if you're fans of the other series, you need all of those chapters to see all of the characters
well, and
from.
I think that's part of it. Like there's like a whole like the one character is named after a character in another book who died. And so like you would see that like somebody named their kid after someone who died, you know? But I will admit, like having read the other books, I was kind of like I would have rather just visited more with the parents.
Like, because honestly, the most interesting character set in this whole book, outside of the funny Jad chat, were the two Spencers. I would have
Yeah.
been interested in a book about the Spencers.
Yeah.
They were the
So,
most interesting couple out of it all. They were quirky. They were like, they're two Spencers that like each other. You know what I mean? Like, that's quirky in and of itself. Like,
right. I don't know. I don't really have much
didn't
else
they
to
have the
say.
same last name too? Wasn't it like, didn't they have the same last name?
No, wasn't that in Husband Material?
I don't know. No, I don't know. I thought
There
the
was like there was like a Royce Royce.
Yeah, the Royces, yes, but I think in this book too, I thought that they were like,
I
but
can't
we have
remember.
different middle names.
I can't remember.
I briefly, vaguely think that that was a thing.
Should we just rate it?
Yeah.
Our rating system starts it up with 5. We go down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, then it gets a horse.
So, oh my gosh, I was gonna give it one rating. Like, I'm thinking about the Spencer, so I'm like thinking of giving it one rating, and then I'm like, no, wait, we're talking about this book, and I'm like, oh, no, it gets two unicorns. It was no bueno.
See, and like I'm at a 3, and I think part of that is just because I liked the other books and I liked revisiting. And I can't, like I said, it was just too long.
It was so long.
And that is where we are on Love Song by Elle Kennedy, and we'll see you around.
See ya.
Bye.